What happens when Harley Davidson decides to stop playing nice and builds a bike that looks like it escaped from a Fast and Furious movie? Meet the 2026 Harley Davidson VRSC Street Rod, the muscle bike that skips leg day because it doesn't need to run. It's here to flex, roar, and probably steal your girlfriend's attention. Let's dive into this beast, and trust me, you won't want to blink. Welcome to Biker's Choice. Listen, folks, Harley Davidson heard all the noise. People said they were stuck in the past, building bikes for guys named Earl who listen to classic rock and wear leather jackets in July. Well, guess what? Harley said, "Hold my beer," and dropped the 2026 VRSC Street Rod, a bike that looks like it was built by a team of engineers who watched too many action movies and drank too much espresso. Let's break this beauty down, and fair warning, your current bike might start feeling a little insecure. Looks that could start a fight. Let's start with the obvious. This thing looks mean. Like, steal your lunch money and rev off into the sunset, mean. Harley ditched the old school chrome vibes and went full dark, aggressive muscle mode. The VRSC Street Rod has a low, lean stance that screams, "I dare you to stare." It's got sharper lines, a beefy front end, and a tail section that looks like it belongs on a superbike, not a Harley. The matte black finish, oh yeah. It looks like Batman commissioned it personally. And those dual exhausts, positioned just right to remind anyone behind you that they made a terrible mistake trying to keep up. Pull up on this thing, and I guarantee people will stop whatever they're doing, eating, talking, breathing, and stare. Engine that belongs in a muscle car. Okay, let's talk power. Because a bike that looks this aggressive better back it up, and oh boy, it does. Harley tossed in a 1,250 cubic centimeters Revolution Max V-twin engine, tuned to be angrier than your ex after you forgot their birthday. We're talking 140 horsepower, which, for a Harley, is like giving a grizzly bear an energy drink. The throttle response? It's instant. Twist the wrist, and this thing launches forward like it owes you money. It's got torque for days. You could probably tow a small car with it. Don't try that, though, or do, I'm not your mom. The sound? Oh, buddy. Forget the classic Harley, potato sound. This one's more like, row hair, with a side of, get out of my way. It's got that deep, angry growl that'll make sport bike riders think twice before revving at you at a red light. Handling, built for the streets, not the retirement home. Harleys are known for cruising, but this isn't a lazy Sunday ride. This is a bike that demands you take the long way home. The 2026 Street Rod comes with an updated frame that's lighter, stiffer, and more agile. The center of gravity is lower, and the inverted front forks combined with a monoshock rear suspension mean this thing carves corners like it's on rails. It leans, it grips, and it dares you to push harder. If you're used to traditional Harleys, this will feel like you suddenly swapped into a street fighter, except it's still got that V-twin muscle to remind you who's boss. Tech that'll make you feel like a superhero. You didn't think Harley was gonna stick to just looks and power, did you? Nah, they went full 2026 on this one. The VRSC Street Rod packs a digital cockpit that looks more like a gaming console than a speedometer. You get full-color TFT display with Bluetooth and navigation. Ride modes, street, sport, rain, and a let's get dumb mode. Okay, I made that last one up, but sport mode feels like it. Traction control and cornering ABS, because sliding into a bush is only cool in cartoons. Keyless ignition, because keys are for peasants. Quick shifter, so you can bang through gears like a pro without using the clutch. Harley went all out. This bike is basically part motorcycle, part smartphone, except it doesn't randomly update at 2 a.m. Fuel economy, who cares, but it's still decent. Let's be honest, nobody buys a Street Rod for fuel economy. You buy this bike because you want to look cool, sound cool, and go fast. That said, Harley's hybrid tech has made its way into the VRSC lineup, and the Street Rod gets a respectable 45 to 50 mpg, which means you'll spend more time riding and less time hanging out at overpriced gas stations. Plus, with a 4.5-gallon tank, you're good for those weekend trips, assuming you don't redline it the whole way. I know you will. Price, is your wallet ready? Alright, let's rip this band-aid off. A bike this badass isn't gonna be cheap, and the 2026 VRSC Street Rod is likely to start around $22,000. But let's be real, what else are you gonna spend that money on? A boring SUV? Some kitchen remodel? No way. This is an investment in adrenaline. You're not just buying a bike, you're buying legend status. Besides, how do you put a price on looking this cool? Final thoughts, the street rod we deserve. The 2026 Harley Davidson VRSC street rod isn't here to make friends. It's here to take over. It's Harley's way of saying, yeah, we still build cruisers, but we also build street warriors now. It's fast, it's furious, sorry Vin Diesel, and it's gonna turn heads whether people like it or not. If you want a bike that blends muscle, tech, and Street Fighter vibes, look no further. Thanks for cruising with Biker's Choice. If this beast made you drool a little, don't worry, you're not alone. Hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me what you'd do with this monster. Would you race it, cruise it, or just park it somewhere and stare at it? Remember, Biker's Choice doesn't do lazy scripts, and neither should you. Ride safe, ride loud, and I'll catch you in the next one.